Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Dani, co-founder and head baker of Vita Bakery. Today I'm going to show you how to make our fudgy delicious brownies. When we do any kind of festival or event, or when people come to the shop, everyone has something to say about our brownies. So I'm gonna share our recipe with you and I hope you appreciate it and love it. So what you need for this recipe is some flour, some sugar, some vegan butter. We use sunflower spread. You're gonna use some chocolate bar, dark chocolate bar, no milk, or you can use also some dairy-free chocolate chips or things like that, but it has to be like good quality chocolate because that's what's gonna take your brownie to the next level and gonna make it very, very decadent. You also need very good quality cacao powder. Make sure it's dairy-free as well and don't have any milk traces on them. You're gonna need some baking powder, some salt, and some xanthan gum. And then the baking powder is what's gonna make it super mega fudgy, so yeah, and also crispy on top, which is how we like our brownies. And any plant-based milk. Today we're gonna use soy milk. You can use rice milk, you can use any milk you prefer, or even hazelnut if you want a little bit of nutty flavor to your brownie. And lastly, some vanilla extract. So you have to melt the butter and the chocolate chips or the chocolate bar first. This step is very important. It doesn't work the same way if you just place the butter in your bowl and start doing everything together, and the same with the chocolate chips or the chocolate bar. You do have to melt them together and then add them to the rest of the ingredients. So that's what I'm going to do now. You will also need to line up your trays, especially if you are not using like silicone trays. So you can just take some parchment paper, it's pretty easy, and then cut it to the size you want. Then a little trick is to cut some corners to it so it's nice and flat in the, whoopsie. So it's nice and flat, then you can have square edges to your brownies and not like a weird square, you see? So then you take the little thing you cut in and make sure you have it. And that's pretty much it. So you have a square tin where your brownie is gonna be nice and flat with perfect edges. This recipe makes 2 brownies, so I'm going to make 2 trays. But if you want to make only 1 brownie, go ahead and just simply cut the recipe in half, and that's it. Right, so here we have our melted chocolate. Now we're gonna put everything together. So if you've seen our previous recipes, you might know that we always sieve our ingredients, especially when we're doing cakes or cupcakes, so everything is light and fluffy. But the opposite happens when you're doing brownies or cookies, so you can just put it in the bowl as it is. So we're gonna put the flour first, and then the sugar. Remember, this is for 2 brownies. And then the cacao, and the raising agents. We're gonna give that a quick mix. Whoop. Right, so that's already mixed a little bit, and now we are going to add our melted butter and our melted chocolate. Right, I wish you could smell this. It smells so good. If you have that beautiful consistency, almost brownie-like there, you are doing a good thing already. So now the last thing is to add some plant-based milk and some vanilla. Make sure you stop your machine 2 seconds, or if you're doing it by hand, just make sure every single corner is nice and incorporated and you don't have lumps of butter here and there. Give it one last beat and it's done. Done. Done and done. Don't tell me that's not awesome. So shiny, chocolatey, chocolatey. Delicioso. Right, so because I have 2 brownies, I'm going to do 2 different flavors. I'm gonna do my favorite one, which is peanut butter. So I'm going to go and melt some peanut butter that is delicious, and then I'm gonna drizzle it on top. And then I know your favorite one is Oreo, so I'm going to do that one too. Here we have our double brownie butter, yum. And we have our toppings. We have some melted peanut butter and we have some chocolate cookies, Oreos. Okay, this is so heavy. Ugh. Right, so I'm gonna eyeball it to put half in here and half in the other tray. So I'm gonna start there. Yes. Right, so now I'm just going to make them flat and nice and neat. And that's why the parchment paper really helps, so you can push it to the edge of the corners. And here we have them, 2 beautiful brownies in their trays. Now, the most amazing thing about vegan baking is that you can actually lick your raw butter because it doesn't have any egg. Yeah. Now I'm gonna go and put all the toppings on top. So let's do that. I like cutting my brownies in 12 pieces, so I'm gonna put 1 Oreo per piece. So I'm gonna put 1, 2, 12. And now the peanut butter one. So here I have the melted peanut butter. I melted in the same saucepan. It's nice and melted, and this one is not the crunchy one, it's the smooth. So I'm just going to drip it on top of my brownie. There are no rules to do this, just as you go. I like doing it in horizontal motion, and you're gonna see why in 2 seconds. And then you're gonna take a knife or a toothpick or whatever that you have around, and then you're gonna move vertically, and that's gonna create a beautiful peanut butter wave in your brownie, just like this. Right, so here we have our peanut butter one as well. So we have 1 peanut butter brownie and 1 Oreo brownie. You could also do a hybrid one, so you could do this first and then put lots of Oreos on top, or like other cookies you like. Be careful, because not everything that you're gonna put on top is gonna be pretty once it's baked. Like for example, candies or something like that. So go with biscuits first and then see how well they bake in the oven. You can use more chocolate chips, you can use salted peanut butter, pretzels, popcorn, anything you want. But for now I'm just gonna do these two, and I'm gonna bake them for 45 minutes at 165 degrees, and then I'm gonna eat them. So let's go to the oven. Right, so here we have our brownies. They were baking and they're now cooled down 100% to the touch. So now we can remove them for the trays. Don't remove them before because they are really fudgy and they might break. So you can remove them when they are 100% cooled down. So let me get rid of this. And then here we have our peanut butter one. Yum. Right, so I'm gonna cut them and give them a little bite because they are awesome. But you see how easy they are. It was good that we did the extra little work with the paper in the corners, so now you have a nice brownie and not like a weird one on the edges. So we always cut them in 12. You can cut them smaller if you're like more people. It depends what you need them for. But I think this is pretty awesome. So let me show you how perfect they are. Can you see how crispy they are on top, and then how fudgy and amazing they are in the bottom? Yummy. Then we're gonna cut the peanut butter ones as well. And then amazing. I cannot resist this, so I'm gonna give it a try to a little corner because I don't think I can have a whole brownie right now. Let me go and try this. I love corners as well. Some people like the center better, like it depends what you like. But it's the same thing here. Really fudgy in the bottom and then really crispy in the top. So good. I don't think anyone will be able to say these are vegan brownies. They are so amazing. They're pretty much the same thing as the other ones. So if you have any questions about how we did these brownies, or any ideas for extra toppings, or anything you want to tell me, please leave them in the comments below. If you try this at home, also remember to tag me either on Danny Bakes Vida or Vida Bakery. And if you like this video and you are enjoying my channel, please remember to subscribe. I'll see you next week. Bye bye!